I want to talk about NIL for a little bit. And I've said for a long time that Penn State, on paper, should be a leader in NIL with the fan base, all the community support. How would you assess where Penn State is in the NIL department?
Well, to your point, one of the things that's really powerful that a lot of people don't know about Penn State is all of the Commonwealth campuses across the state of Pennsylvania that used to be feeder, really feeder institutions for the university, but that all became their own, institutions, four-year institutions. That is powerful. And none of them have football. So they're all Penn State football fans. So when you talk about 750,000 living alumni, there is power in those numbers and with the brand, but we got to tap into it. And it's not just Penn State. There's a lot of schools that I know that have really taken a lot of pride in how they have done things and following the rules and all these things from an NCAA perspective. It is a major shift. It is a major shift to change your mind to say, you're telling me now we can give players, money. So getting people on board with that. The other thing is for the first 2 years, we weren't bold and aggressive with that rule. And I don't care what industry you're in, when the rules change, you better adapt and you better adapt quickly. And we didn't do that. So I would say 2 years ago, we were way behind. 3 years ago, we were way behind. In the last year, we're starting to make some significant progress, but we're 2 years behind. I think Pat Kraft has recognized that, has done a great job of going out and educating our people. That's what we're doing as a football program as well. But we need all of the Penn Staters worldwide to understand this is where we're at. And again, back to that commitment level versus expectations, this is a really good example. And if all 750,000 alumni would just do something, there's tremendous power in that.
When it comes to the transfer portal, how has really the portal combined with NIL, how has it changed your overall philosophy from a recruiting standpoint, roster management standpoint, and it's even changed your staff structure, and also the need to win right now, and maybe that's taking more transfers versus building this program for success for the long haul? How do you balance all that with the portal?
Yeah, I look at it, a little bit like people used to back in the old days with junior colleges, where you'd go to the junior college to solve an immediate problem, but you didn't want to build your program that way. We kind of approach transfer portal the same way. We hope our culture is good, that guys will stay and still grow and evolve and mature within the program and feel like they can achieve all of their dreams here. And have a maturity with them and have a relationship with them that you can be honest, with them.
If you want to take control of your health, try Athletic Greens AG1 today and get 5 free travel packs and a 1-year supply of vitamin D free when you use my link, drinkag1.com/nextup.
So that's the first part. The second part is we're going to go into the transfer portal like the junior colleges to solve problems where we have immediate needs. And for us, a lot of times it has been with young men that we recruited on the front end. So there's already an established relationship, which I think also helps reduce risk. We know what we're bringing into the program. Now, I say that if we have a year where our transfer portal numbers spike and they spike late, then we're probably going to have to go into the transfer portal because that's the only option at that point to solve those problems. But the other thing is back to the NIL. If you look, the NIL with the top players coming out of the transfer portal, that's where that NIL is probably quarterbacks in high school recruiting.
You got leverage.
And transfer portal is probably where the NIL is most impactful. And for us right now, we don't really have the NIL structure to support that. But also philosophically, I don't know if I necessarily want to build my team through transfer portal alone as well. But there needs to be a balance. If we got a need and we can go get somebody that can really help us, we got to be able to do what we need to do.
Yeah, some schools just had to change the way they were paying players, right?
Well, let's be honest. The schools that had a culture of giving already they just
Culture of
changed.
giving.
Well, yeah, I think that's the truth, right? They were used to it, whether it was legal or not. They've already got a culture of that, and they just went from doing it illegally to legally. I know it sounds like a nice way to say it, but it's the reality
Culture
of it.
Giving.
Yeah.
That's great.